Welcome back to the Mind and Money podcast. Sherry was trying to make notes and I said, don't think, just record, because today I'm Val, a financial planner.
And I'm Sherry, a financial coach. And one of the episodes I just edited too was the one that we were, the first 45 seconds, we were so unhinged because I paused and didn't introduce myself. And you're like, and she's Sherry. And this get a little more serious. So yeah, business things we wish we had have done sooner. And Val's mean she didn't let me write notes. I like to have a few point forms down, but we're able to wing it. Okay. Thank you, ADHD. Okay, Val, you're up first.
I'm up first.
What's something that you wish you had done in your business sooner?
This podcast. Yeah. I think this podcast has been really great to have conversations and talk about client situations. So starting it sooner would have been so cool to have lived through the pandemic and the different markets and things like that. However, we can only go forward. Another thing would have been being present on social media consistently earlier. I would say for the first...
When are you consistent on social media?
Hey, I'm better. I'm better than I was. Don't let good enough be the enemy of perfection, okay?
When was the last time you posted?
Last week. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Anyways, no judgment. Just if you're going to say you're being consistent on social media, I'm going to call you out on that shit.
I smell judgment. I smell judgment.
And also, okay, I'm going to redeem myself here. Something I wish I'd done in my business sooner. Met you.
I appreciate that. I think I wish we would have been closer sooner because we met how many years ago? I would have to go back to my...
Post-COVID.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was when stuff was getting back to it.
3 years?
Maybe.
3 or 4 years?
I don't know.
Yeah, so...
Surprisingly a small length of time for what... We should probably just do one episode where we talk about our relationship, because I think we're the classic ADHD relationship. We finally committed to a consistent podcast recording day every month.
Yes.
And about 50% of the time we stick to that consistent day.
Yes.
And then sometimes we're messaging each other multiple times. And sometimes
or I'm like, I'm on my way. And you're like, it's not today.
And sometimes we'll go 4 weeks, the month between recording. I'm like, wait, when was the last time I messaged Val or heard from Val? Oh, it was last time we recorded. And she told me she was 15 minutes out, 10 minutes after she should have been here.
100%. We should do one on our relationship. Yeah. So I would say, okay, social media in general, maybe not consistently, but social media.
I love creating content for social media. And
I do too.
I know I'm breaking so many rules about the best way to do social media to grow my business, but I'm just doing it so that it's fun for me and create some challenges. And if I can get a laugh out of you, that's my goal. I don't need to get 10 followers from every post.
No.
If you do, that's great. But it's more about helping people see what I'm like, see what working with me is like, and see what unhinged things ADHD can do to impact our lives with that humor, with a little chuckle.
Right? Like it's creating. If baking the cake is miserable, no one's going to want to eat the cake. Well, I'm not going to want to.
You bake the cake, you be miserable, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, make it fun. Make it fun.
Yeah. So if you're dreading social media for your business, find a way to make it fun. Can you create a challenge I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and within 10 minutes, I want to have this, and this done, because I hear so many people that they're taking an hour to do one post. And no wonder you dread it if it takes an hour to do one post and you want to do a post every day. That's a long ass time.
I was presenting to a group of financial planners, just the tools that I use, right? Like ChatGPT, Canva, taking pictures of things that I find pretty and using it as a random background for a quote. And I said, just keep it simple. Don't beat yourself up over this. This does not have to be rocket science. Infuse who you are, empower, educate.
And it's okay. Okay. I'm not making any rules here, but I do use ChatGPT for a lot of things, and I use it for brainstorming content sometimes, and I use it for the bones of a caption, but you've got to please put your own spin on that. Don't
100%.
Like a robot, even if ChatGPT has your ins and outs and your personality and how you speak. And
still make it you.
And sometimes I just use voice to text to create a caption too, because I get, especially if I'm doing it on my phone or my iPad, because sometimes I get irritated that my thumbs don't go where I want them to, and I misspell words. So sometimes voice to text is a super quick way for me to get a caption in.
Paying myself, and we've definitely had episodes about this, but having a structure as a sole proprietor how I'm paying myself, when I'm paying myself, what I'm paying myself. Yeah, would have definitely started that sooner. And putting away enough for taxes, those pieces, because most of us didn't get into business to be business owners. We enjoy what we do and we wanted to do it on our own terms.
Yeah. This is a very recent realization, as recent as a couple days ago. Keep it simple. How can you keep it simple? So this was around a course I took over the weekend, which was around creating a freebie to encourage people to sign up for your email list. And I've had some freebies that are multi-step. Like, I'm going to send you 7 emails over 14 days, and each email has a step to do. And all the people in this course were brainstorming, and the person that was presenting is like, no, it's simpler, less, give less, give less, give less. And it's not to give less so that that thing you're giving away has less value. It's to give enough that that person who's signing up for it can achieve something in a short period of time. Because especially if I give an ADHD entrepreneur 7 emails with 7 steps over 14 days to do something, I'm going to lose them. I'm going to lose them after step 1, step 2. And so the one that I worked on was how to save for taxes with only needing to know one number. Because so many times the barriers for saving for taxes are, I don't know what my profit was this month. I don't know what my income goal is for this year. I don't know this. So it's like, oh, that freebie is like, you need to know how much you're going to transfer yourself from your business to your personal. And then here's a percentage if you don't have the information. Here's a random person, not random. Here's a safe percentage.
A safe percentage. Yep.
To you. So it's like, keep it simple, because keeping things simple makes it easier for it to have an impact.
Yeah. Asking for help and also not being afraid to collaborate with other professionals that might be looked at as like competitors.
Yep.
Right. And understanding all you have to do is drive to the nearest decent sized city, understanding that there is enough for everyone. There is enough for everyone, and I will not be for everyone. And that's good because there's a variety of financial planners out there.
Yeah. And I belong to a really large group on Facebook of financial coaches. And it's so beneficial because I've referred to other coaches. I've had other coaches refer to me. There are sometimes posts in that group around, I have this person and they're this, that, and the other thing. And they're looking for a coach who falls into supporting somebody in these parameters. And it's like, we both want to have somebody get the help they need, even if we're not the best person to help them. And but also in that same breath, don't follow a lot of other people who are doing what you do on social media. Not to say that you can't follow them, but then you can go in and like snooze their stuff so you don't see it. Because when you follow a lot of people that are doing what you do, you are going to see their content and it is going to create that, oh, I was going to post about that. But they just did it. And they basically said what I was going to say. So I'm not going to do it because they're going to think that I'm copying them.
It shrinks you because then you start feeling like you're in their shadow.
Yep. So if you can support them by following them, but then snoozing their content. So on Instagram, you can go and mute somebody's stories or their posts or all of the things, because that is then not going to squash your creativity. Because anything you want to say, it's been said one way or another online somewhere already.
That's very true.
You're going to put your spin on it. And even if you're going to post something exactly like somebody else did with the same overarching idea, it's going to be different because it's going to come from you.
Yes. And sometimes the audience could hear the same message in one day. And depending on so many things, they might only hear it once. Like truly hear it once.
And to your own motherfucking horn. This is still a challenge for me. And like, talk about your services, your products a lot more than you think you need to. There's a financial coach in the mastermind group that I'm part of, and she's putting a workshop out there. And she's like, I'm doing this to promote it, and I'm not getting enough people registered yet. What should I do? It's like, talk about it more. Talk about it every single day, because not only does somebody not necessarily see all of your posts, even if they do, there's not going to be that initial, like, see one post, sign up for it in most cases. So this workshop that I did over the weekend, she sent out a shit ton of emails about it. She did a lot of posts on social that I saw because I follow her and interact with her posts a lot. And it was that final email that's like, price is going up at midnight tonight. So like, here's the link to sign up, or the price is going up. And she didn't say like how much it was going up to. Just like, fuck, I need this. And like the thing that she was helping with was actually something that I'd committed in this mastermind group to do for my business. And I'd been delaying and delaying and delaying. I'm just like, so over this weekend, I'm going to do the thing that I said I was going to do because it's got specific time set out to do it with support to do it. So I'm like, ugh, fine, take my money.
I know there's more. What else would you add?
Maybe should have had some notes.
No, I think this is great.
If you meet with people for any capacity in your business, whether you're meeting with peers, you're meeting with clients, have a scheduler so that
oh, please, yes,
you do not have to send 6 emails back and forth to figure out that Tuesday at 2 works, and then come to find out that you're in Eastern and they're in Pacific, and Tuesday at 2 is actually a different. You were talking about a different time, like. Yeah. Having a scheduler and having a link to the appropriate meetings that you can just send somebody. Oh, you're a peer. You want to have a virtual coffee? Here's a link to my calendar. And just really emphasizing in situations like that. Because I've had some people say they were a little off put by, well, here's a link. And then after they realize like, oh, this is actually so much easier. So every time I send them like, hey, so you can find a time that works for you.
Yes. Like I want every person in my realm, doctor, dentist, osteo, every service to have a booking link.
Oh, I wish I could book a freaking doctor's appointment online. I could with my doctor for a little bit, but then
it's
there was
clunky. I've never actually. Yes.
And then I ended up having to call anyways.
Yes.
Dear service providers of any type, please let me book online. And the nice thing about something like that too is then you can set it up to send automatic reminders. So especially if you work with ADHD folks, you can set up reminders. And I've had people say, oh, these reminders were so helpful. My scheduler allows it with one click to add to your iCalendar or your Google Calendar. And there's so many benefits to it. And the benefit for me is that it automatically adds to my calendar. It automatically blocks out the time. And then if I put something in my Google Calendar, it then blocks out that time in my scheduler so that somebody can't book it. So it's just so many positives, such a time saver, especially for somebody whose brain hurts when trying to do time zones.
Yes. Same. I think spending time as an overarching is like spend time on your business, not in your business. The scheduler, your social media, your marketing, your email list, like whatever it may be. Spending time, dedicating time. For me, it's also like CE credits, continued learning, continued education.
And somebody like sometimes the questions are, well, when is the best time for me to set up a scheduler in my business? And really, the sooner the better. And there are options that sometimes a barrier is you don't want to spend money, but there are so many free options for any type of software that you're looking for that you can start with a free one and then add one that's a paid one that's maybe more robust later or upgrade the one you have. And on that spending money in your business, I wish that I had invested in the financial coaching course that I took sooner in my business because it had such a big impact to all of the other things in my business. And it was a scary amount of money to invest when I hadn't made any money in my business, but doing it sooner would have helped me do things that help my business grow a lot faster sooner. So it's kind of like give and take. Yes, you can do it on your own. You can figure stuff out. You can self-teach yourself through things online, but getting something specific for what you're doing can be really helpful. And one of the things that it helped me do was, you mentioned this, I think before we started recording, start charging people and start charging an appropriate amount. When I first started my business, I was charging so little. And that's the level of effort some of my clients were giving. So it's like when you're more invested in something, when you have clients that are more invested in working with you, that it will show in their results because they've got more skin in the game.
Yes. I think that there's a place for pro bono work or whatever you want to call it, but I want to choose where that goes versus definitely there were times where I was like, oh, okay, I overinvested here. So you're saying this course gave you the confidence to charge?
It gave clarity on what to charge. And then also it did give some confidence around, I've got these things in place. Like I legit. I'm I'm a legit financial coach. I can charge appropriately for the services that I'm providing. Anything else? I think it's just building connections too.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
talking about what you do. If you do not talk about what you do, maybe that's on social media, maybe that's in one-on-one conversation with friends and family. If you don't tell people what you do, they can't help you, and they can't have you top of mind when somebody says, I'm struggling with.
And I think sometimes, because for me, what I do can be so long, and I know there's like elevator pitches and stuff too, but what helps is when I share a problem or a goal a client had, and then the solution, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was just working on this with these clients, and this is what we came up with.
Yeah.
To help resonate in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many different ways, but if you're never talking about it and you're holding it too close,
you have to take the mic, right? And like, I know I am more comfortable asking questions about you than I am sharing about me.
Yeah.
So it really challenges that, because you have to. Like, Walmart doesn't ask Zayres how they're doing. Well, you know what I mean? Like, Walmart's like, here I am. This is what I have.
Yeah. Show up, be yourself. Oh, I know I've talked about this before, probably in a recent episode. Show up how you will show up with your clients or your customers. Don't filter yourself. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to be buttoned up, professional, because if you try and show up in a way that's not you, you're going to feel like that's how you have to continue to show up. So just let your hair down, be weird. There's enough other weird people out there that are going to resonate with you showing up as yourself, that are just like, oh, I've been looking for somebody to blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I thought everybody that was going to help me with my money was going to be judgy and build shame. And I didn't think there was anybody out there who helped somebody specific that had ADHD. And I'm a shit show with my money. I have debt. And it's just like, show up how you are, and then people get to know you and feel comfortable with you. And then you get to grow your business.
I would say so much of this journey has been getting more comfortable with who I am, and then being that person, not who I thought I had to be as a financial planner.
Let your weird out.
Get your freak on.
I think my lack of notes
we crushed it. Yeah. Thanks for listening on the Mind and Money podcast.
We will see you next time. Have a great day.